island by using the arrow keys on your remote control. Highlight the island you want and press enter, or choose play all, and we'll take you on a tour of all the islands. Lilo and I will be happy to tell you about all of them.
Hawaii, Oahu, Maui, Kauai, Lanai, Molokai. We're going to tell you lots of stuff about the Hawaiian Islands.
The island of Hawaii is the biggest island of them all.
That's why it's called the Big Island.
Right, Lilo. This island is the most active volcano site in the world. 2 of its 5 volcanoes, Mauna Loa and Kilauea, still erupt lava, sometimes in a rather spectacular fashion. As the red-hot lava from the volcanoes cools, it forms new land on the island.
Yeah, but it just looks like black rock.
Now it does, but it won't always look like that. Over time, the lava will slowly turn into rich soil and vegetation will grow on it. Which reminds me, there's 2 different kinds of lava flows, a'a and pahoihoi. A'a is rough and sort of spiny, and pahoihoi is the smoother kind. It forms all sorts of unusual shapes. It looks like burned pancake batter. Oahu is home to the state's capital, Honolulu.
Don't forget, it's also Hawaii's surf capital, Nani. Let's start talking waves.
Okay, chill out, Lilo. Here we go. Oahu has some of the best waves in the Pacific. On the south shore, waves are biggest during the summer. And in the winter, waves on the north shore can reach as high as 25 feet or more. You know the most famous break on the north shore is the Banzai Pipeline? David says it's the most consistent spot for big waves in the world. You gotta be pretty good just to stay on top of your board there. Did you know that surfing has been an active part of the Hawaiian culture for a very long time?
Yeah, since the 1960s.
Way longer than that, Lilo. More like hundreds of years. It says here that surfing was originally called he'enalu, or wave sliding. Surfing slowly began to lose its popularity over the years, and it was almost wiped out until about 100 years ago. That's when Hawaiian beach boys started surfing regularly near Waikiki Beach. A club was formed called Huinalu, which means Club of the Waves, and surfing became popular again. Our book says that Maui is probably the best example of the spirit of aloha.
And their luau gets a big thumbs up.
Today's luau are a celebration of Hawaiian culture. Guests get to experience the food, music, dance, and traditions unique to this island paradise. It says that luau evolved from what was once called aha'aina, which means special gathering. The Hawaiian people would often gather to celebrate important occasions. There was usually music and dance at the aha'aina, and they used native instruments, like the ipu.
That's a percussion instrument made from hollow board.
And what other instruments do you know?
Oh yeah, there's the pahu. That's a great big bass drum made from a hollowed out tree log and covered with shark skin.
Well, here's another one. An instrument still popular today is the ukulele. It was brought to the islands in the 1870s by Portuguese immigrants who called it braguinha.
Hey Nani, tell them about the lei.
Okay, Lilo. The lei is another custom that's been around for a long time. It's a necklace, or a garland really, made of flowers, leaves, shells, feathers, sometimes even paper. We usually give it as a greeting or as a farewell, and it's a symbol of mercy and protection.
The flower leis smell wonderful, and they go great with almost any ensemble.
Like the traditional mu'umu'u, which is a brightly colored dress. It usually has a big floral print. Mu'umu'u are still popular today. They're really comfy. Our book tells us Kauai's moderate climate and rich volcanic soil make it an ideal habitat for hundreds of varieties of flowers and plants.
Guess that's why it's called the garden idol.
People from across Polynesia may have contributed to the 1,700 species of plant life found on Hawaii today, bringing many of them by canoe. But it's likely that other plants grew from seeds that traveled here by ocean currents, strong winds, and even birds. Migrants from Polynesia also introduced such foods as taro, bananas, coconuts, sugarcane, yams, and breadfruit to the islands. And people from the west brought coffee, guava, papaya, and several varieties of trees, including pine trees.
Don't forget pineapples. They're my favorite.
That's right. Hawaii supplied 80% of the world's pineapples back in the 1960s. Tropical weather keeps Hawaii's vegetation growing strong, and that includes rain, lots of it.
Stitch would hate it there.
He probably would, but all that rain has to go somewhere.
Yeah, down.
Exactly, Lilo, and that's why there are spectacular waterfalls on Kauai. They're some of the most beautiful in the world.
Hey, here we are in Lanai. Where's the pineapples?
They used to be everywhere on Lanai, Lilo. That's why it was once known as a pineapple island.
Did the whales eat all the pineapples? Because there sure are a lot of them around here.
Well, I don't know if whales like pineapples. What they do like Lanai is warm waters. It says here, starting in November, if you take a boat just off the island of Lanai, you get an excellent view of migrating humpback whales. They come to the warm waters here to breed, calve, and nurse their young.
Humpback whales have a very strong sense of ohana. That means family.
Yes, they do, Lilo. Newborn calves weigh an average of 1.5 tons and can be seen swimming alongside their 40-ton mothers. In April, they begin the long trek north to Alaska for the summer.
Of course, there's a lot of sea life that hang out in Hawaii year-round. Sort of like Nani and me.
Oh, yeah. If you go snorkeling around the islands, you can't miss them. There are more varieties of fish in Hawaii than you could possibly count. Though Hawaii's coral reefs have been severely threatened over the past 20 years, many beautiful areas still exist.
Did you know coral is alive like you and me and Stitch?
That's right, Lilo. And it says here they eat algae in order to survive. Survival is not only tough for Hawaii's coral, but also for the green sea turtle.
They're called honu, and they're the biggest sea turtles in the whole world.
The average one weighs over 250 pounds, and they can live up to 60 years.
And they're friends with the dolphins.
The Naya. There are 4 kinds of dolphins found in Hawaii: Pacific bottlenose, rough-toothed, spotted, and spinner. Dolphins are very social creatures. Molokai not only has a rich history, but an unusual landscape too. The south side is relatively flat, while tall vertical cliffs line the north shore. Almost 40% of Molokai's nearly 7,000 residents are of Hawaiian descent. These residents are most likely descendants of Hawaii's first Polynesian settlers. As early as 650 AD, they made the long trip from the Marquesas Islands, which are about 740 miles north of Tahiti.
Yeah, they loaded food and supplies on their jet-powered ski boats and took off for a new life.
They came by canoe, Lilo. When they got here, they lived largely in isolation. But in 1778, that all changed.
That's when Hawaii was discovered by the world-famous Captain Hook.
Cook, Lilo. Captain Cook.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah. See, Captain Cook was a British explorer and navigator. He was the one who discovered the big island of Hawaii. There was another really important historical figure from around the same time period. His name was King Kamehameha. He was the one who united Hawaii.
How did the cowboys get here?
King Kamehameha III brought vaqueros, or cowboys, from California to teach the Hawaiian people how to herd cattle. The Hawaiians who became cowboys called themselves pani'olos.
Boy, my head hurts.
What's the matter, little sister?
Too much information. You expect me to remember all this?
You don't have to. The good thing is if you forgot something, it's all right here so you can come back anytime.
Cool! Let's make Stitch watch it. He needs some educating about Hawaii in the worst way.
Aloha!
Remember, in Hawaii, that means goodbye too. Aloha!
And that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!